everyone, Coach Rachel here, and welcome back to another Strength Day workout. Today is a lower body leg dominant workout, and we are going to add some core at the end. You will need some kind of chair or bench or step. A couch probably won't work today. It's a little too wobbly. I need something that is sturdy and flat. You will also, you might need a mat or a pillow or blanket or some kind of barrier that you can add between you and your chair. I think really just on one or two moves. And optional but not required, because it is a strength day workout, I would love it if you could add a little more resistance than just your body weight. So if you have a kettlebell, a dumbbell, or something else that you are using in place of a weight, that would be great, but not required, okay? So our workout is going to be all legs, all lower body. They're all unilateral, so that means single-sided. So we're gonna do 5 reps on one side, 5 on the other for 3 rounds. It's not as fast as we can. It is for strength. I want us to have control, right? Then we'll take a quick breather and we'll end with 3 rounds of 30 seconds work, 15 seconds rest of more core, just core dominant exercises, okay? So we're gonna do some strength, we're gonna hammer on our legs, and then we're gonna end with a little bit of a timed interval for your core. All right, so get your space ready, get your chair ready to ideally, so this is probably about max height for what we're doing today. So keep that in mind too when you choose your chair, because really I want to be about, I'm just a little bit above 90 degrees, so 90 or lower. So I would recommend, unless you're really experienced with it, that your leg doesn't look like this, your chair isn't so high that you're up past 90, all right? Whew, okay, let's get started. Let's warm up and we'll go through our exercises. We are starting with a wall slide, or if you don't have a great spot for it, this works pretty well, good enough for me. You can do it on the floor, but you're gonna make the shape of a W with your arms. You're gonna come in contact with the wall. So I'll also have my head too up against the wall. If there was a little wall here, my back of my elbows and my back of my hands would be touching it, and I would slide up and down that wall 10 times. And I want you to really think about pulling down and pushing up. And we're gonna go 10 times. Really, we're not doing too much upper body today, but we do have some core. And a lot of times your warm-up really should just include some openers, some things that feel good and that are a little bit corrective, even if it's not your focus of the day, just a couple. All right, okay. Now we are going into a duck under. So I know you can't see my feet. Let me pop up here. I want you to imagine that you have just a little something here, a little barrier that you have to sneak under. So you're going to stay kind of like a bob if you do any kickboxing workouts too, but you're going to come down. So you'll squat down. I'm going to step across. So down and across. We're going to do 10 of these. 10 total. Good. Last couple. All right. Now we are going into that squat. Believe it or not, even though it's leg day, this is the only squat that we have of the day is in our warm-up. Okay, so about shoulder width stance, toes flat. Your arms are going to come out as you go down today. So it looks like this. You're going to come down and back up 10 times. Down and up. Good. Halfway. Last 3. Last one. All right. We do have a single leg deadlift in our workout today, so I want to make sure we do a little hinging in our warm-up. So here's what we're going to do. Cross your arms. Okay? Nice flat back. You are going to push your hips away and come back through. Push and come through. I got a really good question. I think it was last week about why I don't always face the camera. And I'm trying to always show you what I think is the best angle for you to learn and understand the motion that I'm doing. So it's not that I'm trying to, not engage with you. I just want to make sure that you can see the exercise that I'm doing the best way possible so you can do it at home since I don't have eyes on you. Let's do one more. All right. Okay, that was our very quick warm-up for our strength day. Remember, these are going to be lower body focused. We are starting with a step up. And here's what I want you to think about. You are going to keep, so let's start on our left leg. You're going to keep this leg planted here and work on stepping straight up and coming back down. You have a couple options here. You can float your back foot to make it harder. You can come back through. And if you need to, and you're going to see it for sure on my right side, I can explain why. If you need to, especially because your chair height is a little bit too tall for you, you can give yourself almost a little boost from the ground, a little push. So a little almost, I would say kind of like a hop step. And I know I've talked about my right side being a little fussy before, but full transparency, I actually have a joint disease called PVNS. And so I have large non-cancerous tumors in this knee. I work with a coach. I have a plan and a program. We're working through it. I will probably need surgery eventually, but for now, this works for me. But I do move a little funky sometimes. All right? Coming up, we have a single leg deadlift with this back foot elevated. Now, this is a challenge move of the day because it requires extra balance. So here's what you're going to do. Back foot on your chair. You're going to push your hip away and come back up to a stand. If you're holding weights, you can hold it in both hands or on your right or left side. Either way. Holding it on your left, in theory, if you're working your right leg, makes it a little more tricky, a little more interesting for your core to do the work because it's trying to keep you level and stable. And we've got 5 on this side. I feel like, sorry, my mic is sliding all over the place today. Let me see if I can get it tucked in a little bit better. Okay. Pushing your hip back, coming back through. Good. One more. All right. Okay. We are going into donkey kick. Here's what it looks like. And for me, this might be a little low, so I'm going to grab my mat. I'm going to keep it rolled up. I am going to make 2 fists. I'm going to get into a tabletop position. I'm going to bend my knee, flex my ankle, and I'm going to kick my leg up and come back down. So think about on your way up, I'm being really, really careful, especially because I have a natural large, bigger arch in my lower back than I probably should. So I want to make sure when I come back, I don't do that thing. And I'm just coming back so my knees are in a line to start. I'm high-fiving the ceiling with my foot, and then I'm coming back down. All right, switching the other side, knee bent, ankle flexed, high five, come down. You certainly can put your hands down too. It just for me, just that little bit, one more like inch of an angle, I'm able to target my booty a little bit better. All right, Then we are going into, and I think Jordan actually did these with you this week, going into a fire hydrant move. So let's set this up correctly. I have my chair flipped around. I'm just dipping my hips just a little bit. Okay, I'm at a little bit of a hinge. I'm putting my right toe back by my left heel. That's my start position. And my knees are in a line. Okay, I'm still gonna stand up tall, and I'm going to open my right hip and come back down. So I want you to think that there is or even imagine too, sometimes you can use mini bands for this exercise, but that I'm staying in line with my knees. So my right and left knee meet after every rep. So I'm not here and I'm not like way out here. All right. Okay, switching sides. That little bit of a dip, a little bit of a hinge, knee bend, ankle flexed, staying in line, coming out, coming in. And again, this isn't a huge motion. You should be able to keep tension on the way out and on the way in. If you start opening up your hip crazy, you're not targeting your glutes anymore. You're just getting wild. All right. Okay, this is the one where you might need a little something between you and your chair or step. It's going to be a single leg thruster or just a regular thruster is fine. Let me give my mic one last little secure here. Okay, so here's what it looks like, and I've seen this a lot in gyms and out in the world, and I want to make sure that you set this up correctly. So here's what you're going to do. I'm about right under my shoulder blades, okay? My feet are not too far away, and honestly, by changing the angle with your feet, you're going to target the body in a slightly but different way. So what we're going to start with is my feet are hip width, my toes are forward, they're flat on the ground. My arms can cross here. If for some reason you have a lot of discomfort with your neck on this one, you can certainly put your fingertips behind your ears and support your neck too. But at the top of this, you're going to lift into a bridge, and I should be, maybe I'm going to see one more scoot there. Now I'm in a better position because I want to be in 190-degree flat top position. All right, so either you're sticking there, you can go to 5 or 10, or hang with me and let's do it single leg. So the same placement, but I'm doing 5 on one side, 5 on the other, and you're making sure that your hips are staying square. You don't want to open or drop to a side. Okay, switching sides. I'm here. I'm almost in a little bit of a crunch down here. I'm really, really strong and tight through my torso. We're going on the other side. Ooh, my mat is sliding a little. Safety first, people. One more. All right. Okay. Ooh, yay! That was the bottom of our circuit. For some reason, I thought I had one more for us. Okay, back to the top. We have 2 more rounds. Again, remember, you can add weight to any of these. Stepping up, you can hold low, okay, and step. You can certainly hold it in a racked position and step. You could always hold your weight just in front of you and step. It's up to you. Okay, good. Shoot, I lost count. I promised myself if I was going to do one today where we had sets and reps that I wouldn't lose count, but here we are. All right, going up. Remember, this is my wonky side. So you keep having really good form with this at home, and I'm going to work on my version of this for my knee. And honestly, you guys, this is pretty darn good for me. I've come a long, long way with my coach. I'm telling you, It's a game changer. All right, back foot on your step. You can certainly flatten out your foot too, either or. Again, if you're gonna hold weight, you can hold on the same side. Okay, you can hold on the opposite side, or you can certainly just come right down the front. But either way, you're pushing your hip back and you're driving it through full range of motion. Okay. All right, I'm up tall, pushing my hip back, keeping my hips square. I'm putting my hand on my hip to make sure I'm not opening up. So hips staying square, pushing my booty back. We've got one to go. All right. Okay. Donkey kick. And, put me on that. Here we go. All right, let's get organized. I'm in tabletop position. My hands can go here. My knees bent, my ankles flex. My hips are staying square while I lift and high five the ceiling with my foot. Okay, and two, you could probably even go a little bit higher if you wanted. But again, see, as soon as I did that, I started, remember I talked about not doing this thing? As soon as I put my hands up higher, I did that. So I'm gonna stay put. Good. If you have a weight, if you have a light dumbbell, a great weight placement is just right behind the knee, or even adding a band. Okay, now we have that little bit of a low squat, a little bit of a tip. You can flip your chair around if you want, but I'm going here. All right, right toe to left heel. That's my starting position. My knees are in line, a little bit of a squat, and I'm gonna open and close. If you feel, and honestly, you should feel, even though my right leg is doing the movement, my left leg is fired, especially my booty, my glute, because I'm balancing. So even though you are just moving on one side, your stationary side that's keeping you balanced is working too. Good. All right, we are going down for that single leg thruster, or just to 10 reps for the regular thruster. Okay, my shoulder blades are right behind. I've got my feet flat on the ground. They're about hip width. Get ready. I'm here, I'm braced. I'm dropping my hips. I'm lifting, and I'm coming down. Okay? Or if you want to take it single leg, we've got 5 each side, but I'm still keeping that same form, and I should really feel my hamstring and my glute doing the work. Switching sides again. If this is hard for you, you can support your neck here and do the same motion, but again, I'm not like this. My eyes are forward. Good. All right. Okay, that's the bottom of 2. We have one more round and then we're switching over to core. So we are going back to that step up. Okay. Weight or no weight. Top foot planted, stepping straight up. Or added challenge step. Let that back leg float. Good. Nice. I think people forget or maybe underestimate how important this stepping motion and strong, big, strong, big, powerful glutes. Good. All right. Done with our step up. Going into that single leg deadlift. Okay, here we go. Wait or no, wait. You're going to push this hip back. I'm driving my booty back toward that post, that wall, and then I'm using it to come through up to neutral. Good. Push, push, push. One more. All right, switching sides, left. Okay. My whole foot's flat on the ground. I'm standing up tall. I'm pushing my hip back. I'm loading my hamstrings and my glutes. Your booty is a really strong muscle. It's got layers and layers. And if you want better performance in and outside of the gym, less knee pain, less hip pain, develop those glutes. One more. All right, done with those. Okay, last donkey kick and fire hydrant. All right, we're getting organized. Okay, tabletop position. No, donkey kick first. Bend your knee. I was getting set up for fire hydrants. Again, this is one that you can add weight to right behind the knee. If you have a mini band, you can add that to around both of your legs and add a little resistance that way. Remember, we've talked about before how amazing bands are because they're giving you resistance both directions and force you to go through full range of motion. All right, final fire hydrant, okay? All right, a little bit of a tip, a little bit of a squat. We're gonna go left toe to right heel. Keep my ankle flexed. And I'm gonna open and close my hips without rotating them open. One more. Okay. Right toe, left heel, little bit of a squat, little bit of a tip. Knees together, open and close. Last one. All right, this is our final leg move before we switch over to a really quick little core circuit. So I have my, hang on. I have my shoulder blades right under, I'm just gonna set that down. Chair here. I'm braced down. Okay. And either I'm gonna keep going from here or I'm gonna lift a leg. I'm gonna come up and come down. I don't need you to come all the way down to the ground on this one. In fact, I like shortening the range of motion so my booty never really gets a break until that last rep, keeping some more time under tension. I'm sliding. Again, if you feel like your neck is being bothered, support it here, as long as we're not doing this thing. Last one, we're gonna flip over to core. All right, okay, where's my mic? Got it. All right, we are switching into 3 core exercises. It's gonna be timed. We're still gonna use the chair as a tool, as a prop, and it's gonna be 3 rounds. So let's go quick. This is our last little bit of the day. The first one is leg lowers, hanging on to the chair behind, then an elevated side plank. So I'm going to leave my mat here, and then a high plank. This is going to be a tough one. A high plank with our feet on the chair, and we're going to tap our toe off each side. If you're not going to do that, no way, just toe tap without the chair. I'll show you. All right, so let's get ready. I'm going to start my timer here. 30 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. Our first one is a leg lower. Okay, so let's start here. Light touch on this chair. Take a quick scoot back. Light touch on this chair. I'm going to lower my legs and bring them back up. I'm trying to keep my whole spine flat on the ground. If you are struggling with that, give me just a little bit of a knee bend. I'm more worried I'm going to kick my post here. All right, resting. We're going into side plank, elevated on the chair. We're going to hold 15 seconds on one side, 15 seconds on the other. High or on your forearm, we're going to hold here. And I'll let you know, or you can put a foot out here, you can reach up, you can do that, those things. I'll let you know when we're going to switch sides in just a couple seconds. Switch. Other side. Really make sure you lift your hips, hips lifted. Working on one straight line, head to toe. Arm up here if you want a little more challenge. 2, 1. All right. Our last one using our chair is going to be toe taps. This is a challenge move of the day. Okay? Let me recenter my chair. High plank. Feet on the chair. Holding really still. Bringing down one toe at a time. If you think this is crazy, ditch the chair. Give me a couple toe taps out to the side. Ten seconds. And then we're going back to that leg lower. 2, 1. All right. 2 rounds to go and we are done. Laying back. Light touch on here. We're not death gripping this thing. Light touch. Breathe in. Well, I think I can get pretty far without touching the post. Let's see what we can do. Again, if you're having trouble, if your lower back is popping up, if I could come through and get my hands in between, I just want you to keep your knees bent and just lower your knees. 2, 1. All right. Whew, side plank. Pop it up. 15 seconds on one side, 15 on the other. I think I'm going to start on the other side this time. All right, high or low. If I'm going here, my elbow is stacked under my shoulder. My hips are lifted. Switching sides. Coming around here. Hold. Lift. Three, 2, 1. All right. Let's try this crazy move here. High plank. Feet on the chair. Feet on the chair. Holding really still. 2, 1. All right. Tap. Okay, what I don't want is this thing. And I don't even want to show you. I don't want this thing where your back's way down. One straight line. Otherwise, ditch that chair. Head to the ground. No problem. It's just a different version. It's not a lesser version, just different. 2, 1. All right. Last round, and that is it for strength day. Leg lowers, light touch on the chair, back flat on the ground. All right. Good. Struggling on where to hold. There we go. Breathing. Remember, other option is just a little drop. 2, 1. Yay! Last 2 moves. We've got the side plank. Last round. 15 seconds each side. All right. Going here. Oop. Hold. Five more seconds and we switch sides. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Hold in. I'm going to wait till I hear it count down for me. Ooh, I'm shaking. All right. Final move of the day. High plank. Holding still, or you're going to the ground. Whew. Here we go. Last one. Last couple. I said that too soon. Dang it. Now last couple. 2, 1. All right. That is it. Whew, I'm sweating. I don't know about you. Let me pause this quick. Oop. Okay. Whew. That is the end of our leg and core day workout. If you have time, if you want a little extra bonus, repeat this, at least the leg part, 2 more times. That would be amazing. Otherwise, I will see you soon. Thank you so much for coming. See you later.